Said that you've been worried one too many times before. Ended up staring in the bathroom mirror, crying on your bedroom floor. Baby, you can take my word, you haven't gotta hurt no more. Things about to get much better. I wanna make this forever. I wanna make this forever. Said that you felt lost 100 times before. Going in circles on a one-way street, running till your feet get sore. Well, I guess you haven't heard, even you're alone anymore. Things about to get much better. I wanna make this forever. 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 I wanna make this
skimming stones across to test the other side. I am at a loss. The river seems so wide, and I want to tell them, boy, down deep inside, you cannot hide. Relive all the pain. It comes in with the tide. I can't stand the rain. If I reach the other side, and I'm trying to find the courage in my heart to open my mind. There's a river, no bridge in sight, and I'm swimming with all my might. Sometimes you got to take a chance on life to see the light. Lives are on the line, but time is on our side. We will drink the wine and watch our worlds collide, and we'll raise a glass. It's great to be alive, and we will survive. There's a river, no bridge inside, and I'm swimming with all my might. There's a river,
You're the wind in my sails, you're the pull of the sea, you're the wish in the well, you're my faithful belief. If the whole wide world was offered to me, still you'd be all I need. You're the first of the year, a warm place in the cold. You're the whisper in my ear when I need it the most. If I was cast on an island and could only bring one thing, still you'd be all I need. All I need, I need. How do I say how much you really mean when I can't find no words to speak? Just know you're all I need. I can feel it too. I'll take your worst and the best. I'll be there for you, like you're there for me. 'Cause you are all I need. All I need. I need. How much you really mean when I can't find no words to speak. Just know you're all I need. You're all I need. Oh, you're all I need. You're the wind in my sails, you're the pull of the sea, you're the wish in the well, and my faithful belief. If the whole wide world was offered to me, still you'd be all